Welcome. Please join me for a brief meditation. And the purpose of this meditation is to connect with self, to center, to align. And we are intentionally gathering for this month's group, our monthly group, for honestly sharing our challenges. So you'll hear that theme in our meditation this morning. If you're comfortable, just aligning your body, just checking in and noticing physically if your head is over your spine, your shoulders and elbows, your arms are hanging. If you want to make sure your hips are underneath your shoulders and there's just an alignment in your spine. And if your feet are on the floor, if you're in a chair, or folded underneath you, if you're sitting. An opportunity to gently welcome yourself. And if you haven't acknowledged your breathing, just begin to notice the movement of your breath in and out. So this group and this meditation is a time to honestly and authentically check in with yourself. How am I doing? What is my energy level today? And what's the quality of my energy? Just checking in at this particular phase of your life. How do you find yourself? Just noticing if there's any pushing or forcing or strain or tension. And just coming into this moment and just noticing, what's the environment inside? Where are you? How are you? And I'll invite you this morning or this afternoon or this evening or whenever you're listening to this meditation, especially if you choose to listen again, to notice the terrain and let whatever it is you notice be there. No need to immediately fix it or change it, but the attitude is one of unconditional love, unconditional attention, and just noticing with a spaciousness, noticing yourself with a spaciousness. And this is something that can fall into our interactions with our clients and patients, just seeing what's happening today and what is happening in them today. And just watching how quickly and easily, especially with our training, can sometimes fall into doing and fixing and responding. And the opportunity is to notice and welcome. And for you to be. And for you to let others be, and then operate and respond from a place of intention and conscious intention. So if you're comfortable with yourself grounded, your body grounded, or your feet on the floor, if you feel comfortable gently closing your eyes, you're welcome to do so. And I want to invite you to do two things, and then we'll complete our meditation. After we do one or both of these things, if you're listening to the recording later, you can stop and give yourself a little bit more time for each. But the first is to just imagine as your eyes are closed and you're feeling the weight of your body and noticing your breathing and letting yourself breathe and be breathed, letting breathing happen. I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're in a safe place at home or perhaps a safe place at work, and you find a quiet corner or a quiet location, perhaps a place where you can close the door and have some privacy, where no one can see you, where for a few minutes, just going to let yourself move physically and giving yourself a couple of minutes, perhaps even as many as 10 minutes, just to let yourself move, stretch, rotate and twist your body, even move your head and neck, bending your legs. And if you're sitting and you're in this meditation and you're not actually standing and moving, just making some micro movements, opening your shoulders, you're breathing in all directions, including the backs of your lungs. And just giving yourself, whether or not it's micro movements or larger movements. And if you do listen to this meditation later and you stop the recording, giving yourself a few minutes just to move without prescription, without instruction, just spontaneously, letting yourself move. Giving yourself a moment right now, if you'd like to stand or if you'd like to stay exactly where you are. You can even allow yourself to let your arms be out to the sides or overhead. And you might notice that whenever you bring your arms overhead, there might be a natural yawn, a parasympathetic response. And maybe even making a little rotation in your upper body with your arms overhead. Any other movements that feel good today. And remembering that if you are not doing any movement modalities, so for example, Qigong or Tai Chi or any other movement or martial art, you can always explore these, or you can just give yourself an open door for a few minutes to freely move, especially important if you're feeling any strain day to day. And after just a little bit of movement or micro movement, we'll move into a second invitation, which is to place your hand on your heart and another hand on your belly. Seeing if you can bring your own loving presence and your own loving intention into your hands. So your breath, you may feel your hands rising and falling a little bit as you breathe. Seeing if you can bring love, attention, and care for yourself into this moment. Perhaps saying thank you for being here today in general or in this group. Thank you for moving in the direction of what feels right in terms of your work. Letting yourself be in process about that, not be complete, not be finished. But thank you for caring and for moving toward what feels right. Thank you also for valuing time to connect to other people who also care about alignment and internal alignment, and also have love in their vocabulary. Such an open question. What is that? What is it like to be a spirit of love for oneself and for others? Seeing if it's hard or easy this morning to be gentle and open, and maybe hard or easy today, but things work with practice. So practicing for a few minutes of silence, filling whatever space you're in, your office, your home, filling that room and that space with yourself, with love, including yourself. Noticing if anything takes you away, and come right back. And this will only be for a few more breaths. So prioritize this. Prioritize your own relaxation, peace, freedom. Feed yourself first. and come from a place of your needs are met. You're attending to yourself. And we'll never do this perfectly. We don't need to. Just an intention. So just imagining as we complete this meditation, just imagining that a favorite pet, just even if you don't have a kitty, just imagining that you have a kitty and the kitty has just come in and it's just woven its way between your ankles and just come over and nudged you and just rubbed its cheek on you and just come over to say hello in a gentle way and just gently bringing you back to your breathing and to your body and to this moment and to where you are right now. Gently, slowly opening your eyes. And let's just do any last stretch, which is just to acknowledge any way that it would feel good to move your body. Especially stretching out the back, low back, mid back. And welcoming yourself to these next moments into your day or to your evening. Thank you so much for giving to yourself.